What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Another run here in the 389 Electric Blue here on American Truck Simulator. Today's run is a Wilson grain trailer starting off in Nogales and going to be heading up to Flagstaff, to Costco of all places, with corn. Well, I guess they buy anything and sell anything, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, a lot to talk about today, a lot to discuss and go over, so I'm going to try to stay on topic and knock things out quick and fast. So hopefully you guys pay attention. You don't skip too much because you're probably going to miss a lot. So let me get on the road here and we'll start going over what's going on. Before I get too far ahead, let me bring up the map here, show you guys the route for tonight's live stream. It will probably be the last time you guys see a route, and I will explain right away as soon as we start going. But tonight, of course, starting off in Fresno, first stop, San Diego, next stop, Nogales, and final stop, Page. So those are the main ones. If there is time remaining, we will probably do something short to Holbrook or Flagstaff, but we'll see how much time is left and how long it takes us to get things going. So Fresno to San Diego to Nogales to Page, that is the route. Write it down, plan accordingly. So as I was saying, the changes that are coming to my live streams, I have mentioned it on my Facebook page, but I didn't say exactly what. But one of the things I have been throwing around and I plan on doing now is limiting the amount of people I allow to join us in our convoys. We have had issues with size, and with that size we tend to attract those that are not very well skilled behind the wheel, and we also tend to cause a little bit of lag as well for some people who are in the group, because there's just that many trucks. And especially when you're bringing in trucks or convoy that ranges, that can range anywhere from 10 to 18 trucks. You son of a bitch, you dumbass. No, he's not being nice and letting me go. He's being his stupid normal AI. I'll have to slow down my shifting. I don't think it's so much an issue with my shifter, but me shifting too fast and thinking it's already caught the gear, and it really hasn't. But the issues that have come up because of the amount of people that have been joining the streams and the convoys is an issue. And I guess you could say I've put up with it for too long. Last week, I actually had people leave the convoy because it was getting too crazy, too hectic. So it's time to clean this up. I think the 15-minute time limit in town helped. It did make a difference getting in and out of towns in a timely manner. But as far as drivability and enjoyment for everyone, it wasn't there. If I've got people leaving by the time we get to the second stop, clearly there's an issue. So the plan is to limit the convoys to myself and 5 or 6 other people. Exceptions will be made if select people that I choose wish to join. Maybe like, for example, Trayscapes. Examples and exceptions will be made for situations like that. But otherwise, if you're not on the list of people that I have chosen, then you're not going to be asked to join the convoy, and if you insist on joining the convoy, you will be asked to leave. I'm limiting this for everyone's enjoyment, whether people want to believe it or accept it or not. That's their choice. But I think many people can agree that there have been issues, and I wanted to do this so everyone can enjoy. Not every person out there that plays this game goes on the multiplayer and invites their followers or their subscribers to join in. Not everyone. There are a few that do, but you know, even they have rules. And even they have basically standards. I mean, we saw it when I was driving with Trayscapes a couple of times. You know, people with high ping, you gotta go to the back. And voices were actually raised because people weren't dropping to the back. And they were causing issues. So, it's time for me to clean things up. It's a little overdue, I'll admit. But now I'm doing it, and I'm not really sorry if people are going to get butthurt about it. You know, last week for me was the final straw. As smooth as some aspects went, there were other aspects that did not go smoothly. And yes, some of it could be blamed on lag, but certainly not all of it. You know, I've told people countless times to put distance between themselves and trucks in front of them because of issues of lag popping up. But when I hear someone complain, oh, well, I'm sorry, it was lag that caused it, and I hit the tab and I leave it up, everyone can see there are no issues with lag. The ping is equal to or just slightly higher than mine. And I run a damn good ping. I can probably still count on one hand how many times I've seen my ping go into the 30s while on the US server. So, you know, it's, to me, a scapegoat. And it's not one that I'm going to allow happen anymore. So I've already got a couple of names picked out, and I'll be looking to make contact with others. And hopefully we can get this all finalized by next Wednesday. But this Wednesday coming up here, the 29th, will be the last time I invite open invitation everyone. It'll be the last one. And even tonight, I'm going to be putting my foot down. If I'm smelling BS, I'm going to call people out on it, and I'm going to ask them to leave the group. And for those guys, you know, for those people who've been watching, you know I'll report people. We did it what was it, a week ago? 2 weeks ago. So, I've got no problem reporting people for being shitty. So that's you know, act mature here about it. If someone doesn't make the cut, then, you know, have a stiff upper lip and move on. It doesn't mean you can't play ATSMP. It just means that I'm asking you to respect my wishes and not tag along with us, because we're trying to keep things organized and orderly and moving in a good, non-accident involved manner. So, we'll see how that all plays out. You know, I would hate to end up having to stop doing my live streams on multiplayer because a select few, you know, get butthurt because they're not part of the, you know, the 5 or 6 person convoy. But I will. You know, if next week comes and people are refusing to leave and they continue to tag along and they're getting in the way and they're causing issues, then I'll stop it right there. There'll be no more. And if there are any convoys, it will be privately held, recorded, and then put up at a later date. And there will be no more multiplayer live streams. There will be live streams, but it'll be a single player. You know, I do this for everyone's enjoyment. Unfortunately, some don't take it as seriously as others. And because of that, it ruins the enjoyment of others. So now I have to take these measures. So, in other news, MHApro has updated. You have to go to a site, and now you have to register in order to download MHApro. I do have it on here, and I'll bring up the map here real quick. As you guys can see, there are a few additions. Walker Lake, Fallon, Austin. I think Route 50 here is new. Yeah, there's actually a little bit of town there. Over here as well, and Austin, McDermott. So, yeah, there are a couple different islands. Laytonville here has also been added. I believe there were some road changes as well. So, there are a few additions, and it's going to take a while to really see all of them. And I believe I saw him say, and it doesn't look like he's really done much in Arizona. Yeah, I don't see any new towns. Looks like he just focused on California and Nevada. I do believe I saw him say that he's not going to be doing anything else until the upscale happens. I would have to reread that just to be sure, but I believe that's what I saw. And I can understand that. You know, there's the, you know, you put all that work into updating something, and then you have to turn around a couple weeks later or whatever and, you know, redo everything just to make it work again. It gets annoying. It gets aggravating. So, if I read his post correctly, barring any major issues, he is not planning on updating his pack until the upscale update happens. And that's still, they said several months, which normally means about 3 months. And I think I might have mentioned before, but my guess is the upscale probably isn't going to be public until, I'm going to venture and say October. I'm going to say public. Beta might be, steel case. Shiny thing. That was a steel case trailer back there. I don't see them too often. But I would venture to say that we will probably see the public beta in September. But I don't see the upscale update going live until October. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers also that we get a truck with that, but I don't see that happening either, because I think I saw there was a update about the 389 and how they're still working with PACCAR to get that released. Hopefully they don't bastardize it like they did with the W900, not once but twice. Some people like the new update. My god, it sounds horrible still, and the horns are even worse, at least with the multiplayer. Obviously I don't drive the W900 in the game here, don't really have any intentions to. Already in Flagstaff. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? And I didn't even get a chance to talk about everything I wanted to talk about. Oh well, I can save it for another video. But I got the main point across. And that was basically to discuss what is going to happen with the live stream multiplayer events. There are going to be restrictions in place, and hopefully everyone can respect that. I really do hope that. I mean, I'm not looking to take shots at certain people. I'm not looking to insult anyone or offend anyone or, you know, anything like that. So for anyone that, you know, might want to get butt hurt by it or whatever, don't. Just stop. That's not the case. there's just too many people, and so now I've got to narrow it down to a select few that I know that are not going to have issues. They don't have internet issues. They come prepared. They don't jerk around. They don't drive like idiots. They drive, you know, professionally, if you will. That's what I'm looking for, and I already have a few names in my head about who I want that, you know, who I would like to have in the group. I've already notified a couple of them. I am willing to entertain requests, but there is absolutely no guarantee. Oh, here's a change. There's no stoplight there, but now there is. There is absolutely no guarantee that, you know, if someone makes a request, that they're going to be on the crew that gets to do the live streams. But having convoys that are over 10 trucks long on a regular basis just doesn't work. You know, that run with Trace Case was nice, but you know, it just brings up too many issues, and then we've got people, oh, well, wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. No, time's up, we're going. I still intend to have fun with the new group, with the regulars that I pick. But we'll see what happens and how things play out. I just noticed that drop axle was down the whole time. Don't think I really needed it, but then again, I was tipping the scale at 60,000 pounds in corn. But I think I can pull it up here for this. You know, I've seen and heard people complain about the mirrors and how hard it is to see out of them. And granted, you know, it is. I mean, this is a game. They're not going to be crystal clear. But welcome to the real world of truck driving. You know, that's why drivers try to back up from this side, from the driver's side. Because seeing up the right-hand side is extremely difficult. Yeah, I was still turning, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. Oh well. I'm in there at least. Not gonna be perfect, but it'll do. So there we have it, folks. Hey, I'm still between the lines, that's all that matters. So that'll be it for now. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about and why I'm doing what I'm doing, and hopefully I don't get too much blowback on it. You know, it is what it is, and that's just the way it's going to be. And knew it was going to come to this eventually, to be quite honest. So we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys later tonight. Until then, take it easy.